Good afternoon, my name is Josh from Cyclones Oz, and I've got a detailed forecast update on the thunderstorms developing through Southeast Queensland and the rainfall situation that we're going to be looking at in the run up to Christmas. So we've got a few thunderstorms this afternoon in southeastern Queensland and the northeast of New South Wales. None of them are particularly strong or severe in any way, but we are seeing some heavy shower activity developing around the border ranges and into pockets of the scenic rim as well around Boonah and Bow Desert, including one thunderstorm towards the north of Brisbane into the Samford Valley. All of these storms are very slow moving in nature. There's not much in the way of lightning activity either with these thunderstorms as well. They're just kind of those high precipitation showery stuff that we're typically used to seeing in February or March. Again, nothing of the crazy variety through here, and you can actually see over the last hour these thunderstorms and showers, I'm going to keep calling them thunderstorms because that's what they are, have moved very, very little, which means the rainfall threat with these systems is actually quite high, and they should be severe warned, or a couple of them should be severe warned because of the stagnant nature of these storms. So what we're going to be expecting over the next couple of hours is a few of these thunderstorms developing into parts of the Granite Belt area. Outside of Warwick and Toowoomba, we'll see a few of these storms developing outside of Harrisville as well, potentially even running up in towards Ipswich in the next hour or so. Some developing storms into the Ipswich area in the next hour or so, and these are all going to be big rain dumpers, which means we're going to see our thunderstorms develop up and they're just going to drop buckets and buckets and buckets of rainfall. And you can see from their very slow moving nature, we could be talking about rainfall accumulations between 50 to 100 millimeters in one or two of these spots, and particularly around the border ranges which are susceptible to high rainfall accumulations. We could be talking about some isolated flash flooding concerns as well, particularly flowing in towards Rathdoney and the Boonah area. But overall, the risk later today is really, really minimal. You can see the forecast modelling has pretty much overbaked most of these thunderstorms, particularly for pockets of the northeast of New South Wales. But in the next hour or two, we're going to see these thunderstorms slide over in towards southeastern Queensland, and a few of these storms and heavy showers may make it up to, as I mentioned, the Ipswich area between about 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock tonight. Some thunderstorm activity is also possible out towards Warwick and Toowoomba. We may also see a bit of thunderstorm activity out towards Clifton, Millmerran, Cecil Plains, and even as far inland as Dalby, and a few of these thunderstorms running as far north as Kilcoy into the Wivenhoe outlook as well, towards the north of Wivenhoe Dam and Somerset Dam as well. However, for the Brisbane coastal strip stretching from Caboolture right down towards the Gold Coast, in this black outline here, very limited storm or shower activity is expected. The only place in Brisbane that I can realistically be seeing severe thunderstorm activity later tonight, and even so the chances are quite low, is for the Ipswich area into the Wivenhoe outlook. Maybe one or two storms pushing into that area, but again, chances of that happening are pretty minimal at this point in time. Pushing things forward even further, you can see Saturday is expected to be quite a dull day across southeastern Queensland. A bit of cloud activity, a few showers here and there as that moisture band over in the Pacific Ocean continues to pick up as a result of that high pressure system. But overall, things calm and collected through southeastern Queensland. Pushing things forward a little bit further, you can see we will see a couple of thunderstorms developing in towards western Queensland through Saturday afternoon and evening. Some of them could actually get severe outside of Birdsville and Windora. A top of 45 degrees is expected at Birdsville, not only today but also tomorrow, so very, very warm out there. Spare a thought for them, it actually feels like 45 degrees over here in Perth. Not quite, but the humidity is an absolute killer today. Also, some thunderstorm activity moving in towards central parts of Queensland outside of Charleville and Roma later on tomorrow night, and this becomes important for Sunday's thunderstorm forecast because you can see these showers and thunderstorms pushing right through Saturday night into early Sunday morning, and as these storms move into the Warrego region as well outside of Roma and then crossing over towards the east of Roma, they become a southeast Queensland problem early on Sunday morning. Now, I'm not expecting thunderstorms to make it all the way towards southeast Queensland, Brisbane and the Gold Coast. I'm not even expecting them to make themselves out towards Dalby, Toowoomba or Warwick at this point in time. But Sunday morning, we will be waking up to a significant amount of high cloud coverage across parts of southeastern Queensland. This cloud coverage is going to prove very important to our thunderstorm forecast on Sunday. If we take our forecast at face value, Sunday afternoon and evening, we'll see a couple of strong thunderstorms potentially running around in the Granite Belt region and also up into the Sunshine Coast and Burnett forecast district. But I would just like to say, take this with a pinch of salt. This high cloud coverage will really throttle back thunderstorm chances on Sunday, and if we are seeing these numbers on the forecast for cloud coverage come into fruition, which is high cloud coverage between 60 to 100% through southeast Queensland, the Sunshine Coast and the Burnett forecast district on Sunday morning into early Sunday afternoon, that's really going to put the brakes on potential severe thunderstorm development on Sunday. Overall, conditions are good for southeast Queensland. We've got high convective available potential energy values, which is our instability instability in the atmosphere. We've got decent wind shear as well, between 30 to 40 knots. That will be enough for some sporadic supercell thunderstorm activity, generally speaking. And we've also got some very good humidity, most of that coming in from the Pacific Ocean, which is looking very healthy at this point in time, all coming together to create what could be a healthy setup for storms on Sunday. But it's just this high cloud coverage. You can see it's very persistent through Sunday, streaming through from rural parts of Queensland into the southeast. And as mentioned, that will put the brakes on whatever does develop in southeast Queensland. It means temperatures won't get that hot, early 30s as opposed to mid 30s. We're not going to be seeing that much instability. We're not going to be seeing that much lift in the atmosphere, and that will really hold back the potential for severe thunderstorm development. So take Sunday's forecast, not at face value, but with a pinch of salt at this point in time. Now, my best guess for Sunday right now is a couple of thunderstorms will likely develop, particularly in towards southeastern Queensland through parts of the Scenic Rim and the Granite Belt region, and maybe one or two thunderstorms and showers developing into the Sunshine Coast as well, and through parts of the Burnett Forecast District towards the north of Brisbane, potentially impacting Beerwah, Beerburrum and Caboolture, and then running up the Sunshine Coast later into the afternoon on Sunday. But in terms of high-end severe thunderstorm development, which apart from the high cloud conditions would generally support, I'm not expecting a whole lot to happen on Sunday. Now, of course, this could change. If we wake up to clear skies on Sunday morning, it means that we are going to be in for a potentially high-end severe thunderstorm outbreak through parts of the Burnett and the Sunshine Coast, around the Somerset Dam area towards the north of the Wivenhoe outlook. But there is still a lot of uncertainty and still quite a number of discrepancies between major forecast models at this point in time, and it definitely is cause for concern for a few places, but at this point in time, I wouldn't really be worried about the thunderstorm forecast on Sunday. Now, pushing things out towards Monday, we've got an equally impressive setup, particularly with a southeasterly change that's forecast to roll through southeastern Queensland on Monday, and coupling that with some high humidity values streaming in from the Pacific Ocean and some great moisture as well streaming in from the north-west. A lot of convective available potential energy, so instability through southeast Queensland, that dry line situated very close to the coastline. At face value, you could say Monday is a very healthy day for severe thunderstorm development once again through southeast Queensland, Brisbane and the Gold Coast, and it's a day that's already causing quite a stir in the forecasting community. I mean, if we just have a look at convective available potential energy values and take them at face value here through southeast Queensland, numbers like this pushing up into the 3000s will get high-end severe thunderstorm activity off the ground. But it's important we take a look at everything. Here is a look at our convective sounding, and whilst at face value, again, this looks like an incredible sounding for severe thunderstorms, particularly those that produce giant hailstones in excess of 5 centimetres. Just looking at this in terms of the dry slot, we could be talking about hailstones approaching 10 centimetres in size on Monday, if it wasn't for wind shear, which is bugger all through southeast Queensland on Monday. We have a large upper level high pressure system forecast to set itself up through southeast Queensland on Monday, and that will put the brakes on whatever develops. Similar to how that high cloud coverage is really going to throw a spanner in the works for Sunday's forecast, it's going to be wind shear holding things back on Monday. A big high pressure system here in the mid-levels across southeastern Queensland at the 400 HPA mark means wind shear is going to be between 0 to 10 knots through southeast Queensland. That is nowhere near enough to get supercell thunderstorms that drop those large hailstones through southeast Queensland off the ground. So really not looking out for much through southeast Queensland on Monday unless this wind shear does dramatically improve. Monday is still a day that I want to keep close tabs on. We do still have some decent wind shear values here through parts of New South Wales. So there's a chance that this high does slide up towards the north, or even better, heads down towards the south for severe thunderstorms and pulls in 20 to 30 knots of wind shear through southeast Queensland. Given the conditions, 20 to 30 knots of wind shear will cause some severe thunderstorm development. It won't be anything too crazy, but it will be enough to get some off the ground. Monday is still a day that I would like to keep close tabs on, but right now it's not a day that I'm particularly concerned about right now through southeastern Queensland. I'll keep an eye on this situation though, but just know that for Monday, there's still some big discrepancies in the forecast modelling. If this wind shear does remain very low, which it's looking more likely than not at this point in time, then severe thunderstorms are unlikely to be anything significant or anything that's cause for concern through the Brisbane or the Gold Coast area. So Monday is, whilst a day to watch, not a day to be worried about right now. Pushing at things even further forward, you can see a couple of high precipitation storm modes expected into central Queensland on Monday, Tuesday, and then out towards Wednesday. Some big rainfall accumulations may come as a result of these storms. Southeasterly trade flow picking up for northern Queensland on Wednesday and Thursday. Significant rainfall accumulations become a possibility for the Cassowary Coast and the Daintree Rainforest through Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, particularly at this time of the year before the arrival of the monsoon. We could be talking about a couple of 100 millimetres for one or two locations into the Cassowary Coast on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday combined, and then it's going to be big rainfall talk as we head out towards the Christmas period. We could be talking about some significant rainfall piling in towards northern Queensland and far northern Queensland as low pressure system activity begins to ramp up through parts of Queensland. If we do see a low pressure system develop into the Gulf of Carpentaria or the Coral Sea, which is kind of a 50-50 chance at this point in time, anywhere north of this line here, or this line stretching across northern Queensland, will pick up some substantial rainfall accumulations. However, at this point in time, it looks like we're going to be talking about more of a train type of cloud moving through parts of northern Queensland into central Queensland, bringing a couple of hundred millimetres to far northern Queensland and maybe 100 to 150 millimetres through parts of the central regions and parts of the Capricornia coastline, even with southeast Queensland in the run-up to Christmas missing out on the bulk of this rainfall here. It's definitely a period that I'm going to keep close tabs on. We've been watching this for a couple of weeks now as a potential high-energy period for heavy rainfall through parts of northern and far northern Queensland, but it's also still some pretty big uncertainty in regards to how much rainfall is going to fall for these locations. There's some big discrepancies between major forecast models right now, and I would just like to say take this with a hefty pinch of salt, particularly if you do live in the Capricornia coastline, kind of anywhere south of this dotted line here. Take this forecast with a very heavy pinch of salt right now, and that does include southeastern Queensland as well. But anyway, north of this dotted line, particularly between the 20th out to the 25th of December, including Christmas Day, we may be talking about some showers and storm activity that is going to result in some widespread heavy rainfall accumulations for some, but the majority of this is going to come from shower and thunderstorm activity, which means for the most part it is going to be pretty hit or miss. Some places will pick up big time, other places will miss out completely. It's just a matter of if tropical low activity does develop, which is also looking pretty unlikely right now. A whole host of factors in this forecast that do need to be ironed out, and I'll put some more time into them this weekend and into early next week, but right now we just cannot be giving reasonable answers in regards to how much rainfall is going to fall at this point in time. Still too many uncertainties and discrepancies in the forecast models to really iron out and hammer home the forecast right now. And just touching on that tropical low situation over into the Coral Sea, we've got a bit of a low pressure system beginning to get itself going here towards the north of Vanuatu. That's going to drag itself down towards Vanuatu and Fiji in the next couple of days. It's not really a concern at all for Vanuatu or Fiji. We may see a weak tropical cyclone move over Fiji, but by the time this does reach tropical cyclone status, at least for Vanuatu, it is expected to be far enough away from Vanuatu as to where it's not a cause for concern. This system did create a bit of a stir last week because there were a couple of forecast models taking it into the central Queensland coastline. Again, the chance the Queensland impact from this system here is nada, it's nil, it's just not going to happen, and it's not something I'd be worried about at all at this point in time. So for those of you that are watching this situation quite closely, you can now turn a blind eye to this storm. It really doesn't look like it's going to be a threat at all, and there's only a point in tracking this system or looking at this system if it does interest you. And you can find all of the information in regards to this tropical low over on my second channel, Cyclones Extra. There's a link on the channel homepage, so make sure you do go and check that out as well. But apart from that, that is going to do it for today's weather forecast update. If you have enjoyed it or found it informative, then please consider leaving a like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A massive thank you to the channel sponsors. Their names are on screen right now. Again, I could not run the show without them, and their support is, as always, massively appreciated. A turbulent picture ahead for Queensland. Lots of shower activity, lots of thunderstorm activity, some severe thunderstorm days on the cards Sunday and Monday through southeastern Queensland. Will they get themselves off the ground? Still a bit of a wait and see type forecast, and I will have the details on that as we get out towards next week. But that is going to do it for me today. Hope everybody has a great Friday night and a great weekend, and I'll catch you all in the next storm. Goodbye.